Jing is at work in a New York skyscraper. Jonathan walks into the room because he is feeling jocular. He attempts to make a funny joke. He fails to make Jing laugh. When Jing asks why he is trying to be funny, Jonathan says, "I'm feeling jocular today."
Bonjour!
Buongiorno!
Oh no, they both died. We need to get this done. I think we need to get this done.
No, you don't say, man.
Isn't it due to like by tomorrow?
No.
It's due today. Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad to see me?
That's so overused.
Come on, man. I feel jocular today.
What is that?
Jocular. It is an adjective that means fond of or characterized by joking. In other words, humorous or playful.
Flashback.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad to see me?
That's so overused.
Oh, come on, man. I'm feeling jocular today. No, you're supposed to say what?
You.
What is that?
You guys got any ideas for what we can do for the advertisement?
Actually, I have an idea.
What do you got?
No one?
Yeah, come on, buddy. Come here.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna try messing with you. It sounds familiar. But I heard no one.
Hey P-Tech, I'm Ava Levitt and today I'm here with...
Jesse Levitt.
So Jesse, to start us off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do for a living?
Well, I am an alumni of Norwalk High School, and I am an intellectual property attorney. So intellectual property does things like trademarks and patents and copyrights.
Okay, so where did you go to college?
I went to the University of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Why did you decide to become a lawyer?
Well, when I was in Norwalk High, I was taking a class, and I found out about sports agents, and I really wanted to be a sports agent. And to do that, you needed to have a law degree. So I said back then I was going to be a lawyer, and I did that.
So where did you go to law school?
I went to the University of Duquesne School of Law, also in Pittsburgh.
Okay, so what was it about law that attracted you to becoming an IP lawyer?
Well, I really became attracted to IP law when I was in law school. I fell in love with the creative side of everything, and even though I'm not creative or musically talented in any way, other people are, and I still wanted to be a big part of that. And to do that, I felt like I could, protect these people's, creative works. So that's why I was drawn to IP.
When you were in high school, did you think you would be where you are today?
I really think so. Like I said, I said I was going to be a lawyer, and here I am today. So, it's what I put my mind to.
Were there any parts of your job you didn't think that you would do?
Yeah, so I didn't think I was going to litigate. I wasn't going to be a litigator at all, even up and through law school. And a litigator is someone who's argues in court. I didn't think I was going to be arguing in court. I didn't want to. I had no appeal to it, but it was part of my job, and it's a big part of my job now. So,
what would you say is the hardest part of your job?
The hardest part is, sometimes people's lives are kind of in our hands. We represent a lot of big companies, but some of them are smaller companies, and they put, all their money and life and sweat and tears into this thing, and people trying to take it from them. It's very stressful having that kind of pressure on you, but, I haven't lost a case yet. We've always won, so, that's great. It feels good to make sure that, everything is good and they're okay.
Do you have any advice for anyone in P-Tech who wants to become a lawyer?
Well, I would give advice not just to anybody who wants to be a lawyer, but just in general for life. My dad, our father, used to tell me when I was playing basketball, to don't force it and let it come to you. So I took that and I use it in my life all the time. A lot of times people just focus on the end goal without seeing, the next step. So just focus on the next step. Do what you got to do, and good things will happen.
All right, thank you for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed our episode, but I will see you next time, P-Tech Norwalk. Hey P-Tech, I'm Ava Lovett and I'm just going to be sharing some school news. Start off, the Tri Music Honor Society talent show is now available to watch, so please check your grade Google Classrooms. A quick congratulations to all the students who got accepted into the summer college program. You got this. The P-Tech yearbook can now be purchased online at yearbookforever.com. Type P-Tech where it asks for the school and then Norwalk for the city. The yearbooks cost $75. For the student meals, each student will have to punch in using their student ID number for each meal. Students will continue to receive one free breakfast and lunch throughout the end of the year. If you would like to purchase an additional meal from the school cafeterias, your parents must open a My School Books account and add funds. Please note that there will be no cash accepted at the registers, therefore the transactions will only be available electronically. The St. Baldrick's event is back. This will be taking place Saturday, May 21st, 2 to 4 p.m. at Newark High School. Because kids with cancer often lose their hair during treatment, Shaves for the St. Baldrick's Foundation show their support by shaving their heads voluntarily and inspiring friends and family to donate money to support childhood cancer research. The invitation is simple. You can either shave your head or support someone who agrees to shave their head. We are reaching out to the entire Newark High School P-Tech community in hopes to gain your attention and participation. Please contact Mr. Anastasia with any questions. P-Tech scholars, you can reduce your studying stress and work with a friendly and knowledgeable online tutor anytime. To access tutor.com, please visit tutor.com/ptech. Students log in with their NPS student email and the password is ptech. These tutors are available 24/7. Here are some important dates to come. Monday, May 16th will be a 2-hour early dismissal due to a staff PD day. And then Monday, May 30th is a no school day because of Memorial Day. Alright, that's all I have here for you today, but I hope you enjoyed our episode. I will see you next time, P-Tech Norwalk.
Here are some following events that have occurred at our school over the past couple weeks. We had a Afro-Latino music feature, and we also had School Spirit Week. Thank you everyone who helped support the P-Tech Service Corps book drive. We have received over 250 books. All donations will be going to Read to Grow.
Hello, I'm James Bergen, and I'm here with
Serenity Mayu.
Serenity, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
What sports do you play?
I played volleyball, basketball, and track and field.
All right. So, since we're in the spring season right now, how many years have you been playing track?
About 3 years now.
So, what's your favorite thing about track?
I gotta say, honestly, throwing and breaking records.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So far, from the start of the season till now, what's the best thing you've seen or noticed so far?
I've noticed that my shot put has gotten better to where now I'm back at my old PR, so hopefully I can pass my PR today in my meet.
All right. So, do you have an interesting story about track?
I actually do. It was last year when I broke the school record. My friend AJ, who's Noah Kai, he was like, try the spin. I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna stand here and throw because I didn't think I was gonna break it. And next thing you knew, I threw it as far as I can, and bada boom, bada bang, I broke the school record.
That's awesome. All right. So, if somebody were to ask you about the sport, would you recommend it to them?
100%, I would. As long as you're willing to put in the work and put in the effort, come do it.
Awesome. So, do you know when your next match or event is?
Our matches are every Monday.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Serenity, for your time.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm James Bergen, and I'm here with
Vincent Velez.
So, Vince, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior right now.
What sport do you play?
I play baseball.
All right. So, how many years have you been playing baseball?
Ever since I started a little bit when I was like 3, but mostly since I was 4, so I'm not doing that math, but a long time.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite thing about playing baseball?
Honestly, everything. Like anything about baseball just gets me excited. Just like watching the games, even mostly if I had to pick one, it'd probably be pitching since that's probably what I'm best at, and that's my favorite thing to do for sure.
Awesome. So, what is your favorite thing so far that you've seen about this season or that you've noticed?
Our pitching staff is doing really well. We haven't really given up a lot of runs, and we're really connected, our pitching staff. Like we're all kind of doing well, you could say. And we just gotta keep hitting, and if we hit and our pitching is doing what we're doing, we're gonna win games.
Awesome. All right. So, do you have an interesting story you can share?
Not yet, but probably later in this season because we're still a little bit early. Nothing really is like happened yet, but not as of right now almost.
All right. So, if somebody were to ask you about this sport, would you recommend it to them?
Of course, 100%. Even though it's probably, in my opinion, one of the hardest sports to play, somebody can catch the hang of it if they keep practicing and playing hard.
Awesome. So, Vince, can you tell us when your next game is?
Our next home game is Friday, May 6th versus Ridgefield, so be there.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
Let's go, Sean. Come on, kid.
There you go. He could hit too.
As we know from recent geopolitical events, Russia has officially invaded Ukraine. The conflict between these two countries is not new, but this is the first time war has officially been declared. The resistance from Ukraine has been strong, as an estimated 15,000 Russian soldiers have been killed, along with 4 major confirmed Russian generals, making this the largest offensive in Europe since World War II. Soon after the war was declared in Ukraine, countries began placing sanctions on Russia in order to pressure Putin to withdraw his forces. For example, the United Kingdom, the United States, and the European Union have placed a ban on dual-use exports, which includes items with civilian and military use, such as vehicle parts. Additionally, the United States have banned Russian gas and oil exports. These sanctions have taken their toll on Russia's economy, as 1 ruble has fell to the value of 1 Robux or a Clash Royale gem. In conjunction with these sanctions, private companies have pulled out of Russia, refusing to do business with them. Disney, IKEA, Sony, Coca-Cola, Starbucks, Visa, MasterCard, and American Express are just some of the companies that have stopped all business with Russia. Other companies have partially stopped business with Russia, meaning that part of their services are unavailable to Russian consumers. Russian soldiers consist of veterans and conscripts. The conscripts tend to have low morale compared to the war veterans. Thus, Ukraine has been taking to social media to try and appeal to the masses. These methods consist of reminding conscripts of their life before the war, enticing them with money to flee, or offering them housing and food. Ukrainian morale, however, is at an all-time high. Back behind the tech-savvy President Volodymyr Zelensky, to spread constant updates about the battlefield and to prevent fake news from spreading and lowering Ukrainian morale. President Joe Biden has also called for evidence to be gathered to put Russian leader Vladimir Putin on trial for war crimes related to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. In a speech at Fort McNair, he stated that Putin is a war criminal over reports of mass killing of civilians in the town of Bucha, and called for a trial to seek justice for his actions. Additionally, President Biden has announced that he's intending to place additional sanctions on Russia due to these recent events. If you would like to help the Ukrainian effort, here are some ways you can.